Hey everybody, what's going on? Terry here as per usual. Hope you guys and gals are all doing fantastic out there. Welcome back to the channel here, huh? So, as you all can see, this is Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. And I am by no means an expert at this game. A matter of fact, other than going in and killing some mobs to get my main level 4 here and everything, doing some minor gathering and crafting, I really couldn't tell you anything about this game at all. All I know is that it's been in development for around a decade, so like around 10 years or so. It got its start, I believe, on Kickstarter. And of course, the developers behind this game is a company called Visionary Realms. And for those of you that don't know who started the company, it is a man by the name of Brad McQuaid. And he, brought you EverQuest, Vanguard, Saga of Heroes, and now, of course, the in-progress Pantheon. But unfortunately, I believe back in November of 2019, he sadly passed away. He did pass away. But, now the company does have a new lead, and the entire team is just, moving forward to try to bring us the best game they possibly can. And what I like about this game, just again from what I know here, is that this is an old school MMORPG. There's little to no, matter of fact, I wouldn't even say little. There's no hand holding, no mini map, no map of any kind so far. The quests, from my experience, don't give you any kind of actual experience. The only way to get experience from what I've gathered here is just going out and grinding mobs. And let's go ahead and do that here for a second. But first, I'm going to create a new character just to show you all the new player experience here. Now, for races, we have humans, elves, halflings, ogres, dwarfs, and Darkmire, like a fish-human hybrid here. And of course, all these do have male and female counterparts as well. So that's pretty cool if you ask me. Now, as far as classes go, I'm going to go ahead and stay here on human, so I'll have access to all of them. But we have warrior, monk, cleric, rogue, wizard, enchanter, shaman, ranger, paladin, dire lord, summoner, and necromancer. If you know anything about the EverQuest games, they do have a ton of races and a ton of different classes, so this sort of kind of fits the bill for that there, okay? But let's go ahead and just make a human enchanter, because just to show you guys the creation here, okay? Now, for attribute points, they give you 2 to put wherever you would like. I'm going to just toss these here in wisdom and intellect. Then for appearance, unfortunately, you're going to be seeing a lot of characters in this game that actually do look the same, because this is very, very early access right now, and they, and as you play the game, they're still actively developing it behind the scenes here, okay? So all this is, of course, subject to change. This is just what we see right now here, okay? So for hairstyles, we got a few here like this here, very basic. Hair colors, facial hair colors. And just again, don't be surprised if you actually see multiple people that look the exact same, okay? It's not really a thing you can really get around here, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and log in to my necromancer here and just show you guys the actual in-game world. And the first thing you're going to notice about the game is that it does look rather old here, I guess you could say, But just from what I've been hearing, from what I've been seeing on Reddit and everything, and of course this could all be a load of BS, I truly could not tell you all, is that apparently everything that we are seeing in game is essentially just a concept of the game to give us a visual representation of the kind of game they want to actually make. So all the assets that you see in here, yeah, they might look low poly count, they might look low resolution in some parts, but that's essentially just a placeholder for what they want the game to look like eventually. But again, this is just to give us something playable to test, like underlying systems, stability, all that jazz. Again, that could be a total line of BS, and if that's true, I'm sorry to repeat it, but I've seen multiple people say that online here, okay? This is just, again, my first impressions of the actual game itself. Now, you can sprint in this game. That's actually kind of cool. I'm going to go and put my weapon away here just real quick. I'm going to just go out of the cave here. Little tip and trick here too, folks. Whenever you're sprinting, you don't want to actually let the stamina bar go the whole way down, because if you'll do that, you'll get the exhausted debuff or whatever it's called. And it actually takes a little bit longer for your stamina to regenerate, because that debuff has to go away before you can regenerate your stamina here, okay? There is something kind of cool in this game, and I'm going to try to bypass this guy. Oh, crap. Okay, well, clearly you can get aggroed in this game, obviously, you know? So I'm going to kind of just sprint down here, and there should be a guard down here. Yeah, there should be a guard, like, right here that could help me take this guy out, or just take him out for me. That would be even better. But I'm going to show you a little system that they have in this game that I actually think is kind of cool. I'm gonna try to run again. Oh god, because they can take you out like in 1 or 2 hits. So I'm trying to like, okay, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, fam. Okay, so there's a system in this game right now called the consideration system, and what it is that if you click on an enemy, you can't actually see the level, right? So some people have it set to a macro, but there's actually a hotkey for it by default. It's the letter C. And as you'll see down here in chat, it says brown rat is indifferent to your presence. This opponent is formidable, but you would have the upper hand. So it's basically a way to gauge like how powerful an enemy is without seeing their level or seeing their stats. You know what I mean? So if I were to go over here to the skeleton here, it would say they stare at you with a cold stare. This fight would be a little risky. So I'm clearly not high enough of a level to really take this guy out easily here by myself, okay? And you know, right now you kind of have to be careful here, okay? Because right now I am level 4, okay? I am level 4. And there's no penalty for dying right now. But I believe it's after level 5, you lose everything that's not equipped in your inventory. So all of your, you know, your items that you spent hours gathering, all of your money, all of this stuff, it drops. And what makes it even worse is that if you're level 5 or higher, that can be looted, from what I know, by other players. So you have to really keep an eye out for where you die. You really have to keep an eye out for, like, you know, landmarks and all that stuff there to literally make a corpse run back to your body to make sure you get all of your stuff and things here, okay? Whenever I was playing this on stream the other day, somebody asked me if I ever tried playing as a necromancer or some kind of summoner style class that has a pet to help in combat, because it really does help. And I said, no, I did not, but I actually made this guy a couple days ago off stream, and because of my little buddy's help there, I've been having so much more fun with the game, y'all. Like, legitimately so much more fun. I'm actually doing damage. I'm actually taking things down now. Like, it's a really, really good feeling to take down an enemy in this game, because it genuinely feels like an accomplishment. You know what I mean? Because again, you can't see levels. You have to gauge everything off the little tooltips here in chat. Like, hey, it seems a little risky. It's a challenge, or this would be a very easy fight, or something like that. You know what I mean? So there is some kind of strategy here. Okay. Now, of course, you can always, you know, make potions or buy potions from other players. But there's something in this game that I haven't done for a very, very long time, and that is that sitting down in this game will actually allow you to heal up your mana and restore health a little bit quicker. You know what I mean? Or just in general, I believe, you know what I mean? So I haven't seen that kind of mechanic in an MMO. I think since the last time I saw my cousin play the original EverQuest back in like the mid-2000s. Like, it was a very, very long time ago. You know what I mean? But again, this game, there is no map. There is no world map of any kind. Again, there's no mini map. Like right now, I'm pressing the letter M. There is no map popping up. So unless there's one you can find like online, you just have pulled up whenever you're playing, you're going to actually have to look for landmarks. You're going to have to look for landmarks. As a matter of fact, a couple hours or so ago, I actually got lost because I wasn't paying attention to where on this road where I was going, and I ended up all the way in the opposite direction, somewhere like way in the heck over there, when I actually wanted to go right where I was just at a minute ago. But luckily though, folks, I'm going to give you guys a little of a free tip here, okay? If there's somewhere that you have no idea where you're at and you want to go back to the first main town you actually get to, all you have to do is type enter/stuck, and it will take you right back to the beginning zone, and it will spawn you back in right next to your class trainer. And then from here, you can go ahead and make your way back down to where that original first little settlement there was. Okay. And here's the thing here again too, folks. As you can see here, I got some quests and whatnot, you know, just doing the stuff and things. As you can see here, a lot. Actually, I think all of these quests they only give you money, which is just fine. But there's no experience for these quests here. But it looks like for this one here, you get 50, 0. Okay, so I take back what I said a minute ago. I believe I said that questing doesn't give you experience. Well, clearly it does, just not a lot. A matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why that you see so many people out there in groups, just, you know, group farming mobs, just taking enemies down a little bit quicker, and you get a shared pool of experience. But I've also seen some videos on this game to where it seems like group play, it's encouraged because this is clearly a very social MMO, obviously, you know? But apparently the XP sharing, the XP breakdown you get per person, it's very, very, very low, to the point to where sometimes it's actually more efficient to just go as a group but not be in a party together, and you guys can help each other out that way. So that way there, each person gets the highest amount of experience you possibly can. And especially if you're a summoner class, like, okay, like not the actual summoner class, but like a class that has a pet, you can basically play this entire game solo from what I've been told. And honestly, just to get my bearings with how the game works and all the mechanics and everything, I really am enjoying this Necromancer a heck of a lot more, folks. I truly, truly am. There is another pretty cool mechanic in this game that I never thought I would actually see in a game like this, and that is, if I can do it, gonna make a fool out of me here. Yeah, maybe if I like go up here then, huh? If you couldn't guess it here, folks, it's climbing. It's climbing. And the cool thing is that, as you'll see right there, it says climbing skill, you know, plus whatever it might have been. Every little thing that you do in this game, whether it's, you know, meleeing an enemy, using your skills, sprinting like this here, the more you sprint, the higher your sprint skill will go up, which will then in turn allow you to use less stamina every single time that you sprint. You know what I mean? So like, you really got to be mindful of your character stats and everything, you know, and I think that's actually pretty cool. In other words, everything that you do in this game, you have to do it, you have to work toward. And in the modern day era of MMOs that we have, where there's so much hand holding, all of your stats are upgraded for you every single time you ding a new level. Like, you know, in World of Warcraft now, whenever you reach a certain level, you automatically gain certain skills. You automatically gain a riding skill. Whenever you reach a higher level, you get more powerful skills. Then, of course, at another certain level, your riding skill levels up for you to the higher tier, and so on and so forth. So the fact that every little thing that you do in this game, you have to make sure that you are doing it to build a character that you yourself are actually building from the ground up. Like, it's not necessarily a cookie cutter, you know? Will there be a meta in this game? Yes, I am almost positive that there will be a meta in this game, you know what I mean? But as of right now, with everybody still just learning the basic fundamentals of the game, that is a cool looking pet, dude. Dude, that's slick. Huh, I like that. I think this is a summoner, and I think this is the summoner pet, yeah. Apparently they have some, you know, pretty cool looking pets and abilities and everything. But, you know, anyway, guys, so sorry. What I was saying a second ago was that, again, that every character in this game will be unique to the person playing it, and it really not necessarily would be a cookie cutter style of, you know, of character, you know. Again, will there be a quote unquote better way to build a character? Yeah, probably, sure. But again, you can build a character however you want in this game, you know. The one thing that I will say that I truly am having to retrain my brain on is the social aspect, you know. I am a big Elder Scrolls Online fan, right? I am a huge Elder Scrolls Online fan. But the thing is, though, is that I am sort of kind of treating that game like a single player MMO, because you can just hop in a, you know, looking for raid, looking for dungeon, looking for group, play the content, and as soon as you're done, just log off and never see those players again, you know? And you level up so ungodly quick in that game, you essentially don't need to do any of like the beginning area stuff or whatever you want to call it, just because you out level the zone that you're in so fast. It is insane to me, you know. Same thing for something like World of Warcraft. You know, once you hit, I think it's level 10 or level 15, and you gain access to the looking for group feature, like to do dungeons together and everything, you essentially don't have to do any other quests in the game unless you truly want to just advance through the story. You know what I mean? But with this game here, though, with this game here, everything you do, it has to be intentional. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Everything you do in this game, it has to be intentional, and you want to go out and do it. Sometimes you have to go out of your way to do stuff, but that's the draw of these kind of games. If you want to do something, you have to work toward it, and then whenever you finally accomplish that task, it actually makes you feel like you did something, because there's nothing here holding your hand. There's nothing here telling you where to go, nothing telling you what to do. You actually have to read quests. You actually have to read dialogue. You know what I mean? It's something, again, that I haven't had to do for a long time, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I really, really am, you know? Combat in this game actually has a consequence if you don't consider an enemy's warning. Like, hey, again, like this fight would be a little bit risky, but because I have a pet here, I'm able to stand my ground, and just like that, I was able to take them out just fine. Yeah, it took a little bit longer, but I mean, I was able to take them out, you know? Same thing for this guy here, a gray howler. Let's see here. I would have the upper hand, so I can easily take that little wolf out, right? But because that last battle kind of sort of spent my mana a lot, instead of just taking a potion because I have to go back and craft some, or just buy some from somebody, I'm going to take a little rest here with X to regain my mana a little bit quicker. I thought they were chill, but I guess not. I truly thought they were chill, but never mind. And apparently too here, folks, there are also social enemies in this game, to where, like, if you attack one, it will automatically aggro the other mobs of the same type around it, which, again, you have to just be very mindful of that, you know what I mean? Now, the one thing that I would say is what you're seeing right here is that I wish the timers for doing any kind of gathering would be about a third. Maybe like 2 or 3 seconds, I think, is more than enough to say, hey, you're skinning an animal or chopping down a tree or whatever it might be, you know? But it does take kind of a while to do any kind of gathering in this game. But hey, you know what, though? That's just the name of the game right now. That kind of stuff can always be tweaked later. But again, you know what, though? Yeah, just the basics, just the basic low-level gameplay I'm doing right now, I truly am enjoying it, folks. I really, really, really am. I actually cannot wait to play this more on stream on Wednesday, because I have to admit, I'm really digging it. Like, I never thought I would actually like a game like this, you know what I mean? You know, coming from like World of Warcraft, ESO, all that jazz, you know? But I have to admit, I'm looking forward to really getting this character built up, getting some armor, learning the proper way to craft and everything. And I really cannot wait to see where this goes. But if you want to see me play this game live, I always stream Sunday and Wednesdays over at twitch.tv/ohheyterry. I'm always playing some kind of MMO or RPG. Right now, again, Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen here is my MMO of choice to just check out for a little while. I would love to see you guys and gals in chat. Come on by, have a good little conversation, if you will. Or maybe if you want to just see this game on the channel here as like a Let's Play series from the perspective of a non-EverQuest player, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I'll totally do that for you guys and gals too. But yeah, you know, hey, if you like the video, get it liked, get subscribed to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, folks, I love your faces. I'll see you around.